कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन व्रज जनन यशोदनंदन व्रज जनन यमुना तीर वनचारि यमुना तीर वनचारि जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकीम् ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तविंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। Welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So last time we had discussed till 3.26. So in 3.26 we have seen how one can progress gradually in Krishna consciousness. What are the different ways of self-realization attached to fruitive results of prescribed duties. Okay, so if you are a self-realized soul, should not disturb their understanding, showing how results of all activities can be dedicated, need not follow Vedic rituals by Krishna consciousness, one derives some results following prescribed duties. Vedas are here for all Vedic rituals, all performances of sacrifice, everything put into Vedas, all directions of material activities. So everything, how you can uh, gain a material thing, everything is mentioned in Vedas, and people follow, do some sacrifice, some yagyas, perform some sacrificial activity to get some material gain. So there are different things mentioned in Vedas. So today we'll see from 3.27. So 3.27 talks about bewildered, how one is bewildered by false ego, spirit, soul, things seems as it were. Okay, so one who is bewildered, understand that I am the karta of everything. So it is not so. Lord Krishna is saying, प्रकृतेः क्रियमाणानि गुणैः कर्माणि सर्वशः अहंकार विमूढात्मा कर्ताहम् इति मन्यते. The spirit soul bewildered by the influence of false ego thinks himself the doer of activities. They are in actuality carried out by the three modes of material nature. So these activities are carried out by three modes of material nature. So whatever activity you are performing, so whether you are performing in goodness mode, passion mode, or ignorance mode, goodness, passion, ignorance, these are the only three modes in which you, whatever activity you perform belongs to these three activities. Okay, so prakriteः kriyamanaani guணைः karmani sarvasah. So the spirit soul thinks that I am doing everything, I am the doer, I am karta, I am the doer of each and everything. All activities are performed by me. So the entire results belong to me. I will enjoy. Whereas this is wrong thinking. This happens because of false ego. Because of false ego. So if you have false ego, this kind of thinking is certain to come. Okay. So by which you will be bewildered. So Lord Krishna is saying you are not doing anything. Everything is done by three modes of material nature. So bewildered by false ego, spirit soul thinks himself as doer. So spirit soul in 3.27 it is mentioned, spirit soul thinks that in material consciousness and in Krishna consciousness there are two things. So those who are in material consciousness and those who are in Krishna consciousness, how they think. So those who are in actually material consciousness, they are under the influence of false ego. See, if you are doing activity in material consciousness, I want to do this, I will enjoy the fruits, I will earn a lot of money, I will have so many things after this, I'll acquire a lot of wealth, okay, I'll enjoy, I'll go here and there for enjoyment. So this is the thinking of spirit soul which is involved in material consciousness. So the one who is material consciousness is under the influence of false ego, and he considers himself as doer, karta. He thinks that I am karta. He thinks that I am karta, I will enjoy. Okay, so takes all credit of doing everything independently. So what he thinks that I will do everything, I will perform each and every activity, and whatever result I will get, I will enjoy. Okay, so and those who are in actually Krishna consciousness, they are under the influence of internal energy. They are under the influence of internal energy. Under understands material nature under control of spark. They think that everything is done by Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who is the doer here? Those who are in under the influence of Krishna consciousness, under the influence of internal energy, they think that Krishna is doer, Krishna is karta, Krishna is karta, and it is rightly said in 9.10. In 9.10 sloka, it is rightly said, Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetunanena kaunteya jagad viparivartate. मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृति सूयते सचराचरम हेतु नानेन कौन्तेय जगत विपरिवर्तते. So this material nature, which is one of my energies, Lord Krishna is saying this material nature is one of my energy, is working under my direction. So whatever I say, by that rule, instruction, my instruction, it is working. So it is working actually in my instruction. It is directed by me, O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. So Lord Krishna is saying, Maya Dekshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. So these all activity or material nature is working under my direction. So these all done by material nature, and material nature does everything under my direction. So ultimately, Lord Krishna is the doer. He is karta. He is original karta. He is original karta. See, so those who are in Krishna consciousness, they actually understands. They actually understands that material nature under control of Spock. So Spock is doing. What is Spock? Supreme Personality of Godhead. Supreme Personality of Godhead is real karta. He is original karta. He is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the Supreme Lord. He is the Supreme Proprietor. He is the Supreme Doer. Whatever you say. Okay. So it is rightly mentioned in 9.10, Bhagavad Gita 9.10. So Supreme Lord, Hrishikesha. Who Supreme Lord is Hrishikesha. Hrishikesha means what? The one who is directing the senses. So Lord Krishna is a Hrishikesha. So he is the director of senses. He directs nature to create gross and subtle body. He is the creator of gross and subtle body both. So those who are in Krishna consciousness, they give credit to Supreme Lord Krishna, that Supreme Lord is original karta. He is the original doer. He is the original doer. And those who are in material consciousness, they think that I am doer. So they are under the false ego. They are bewildered by false ego. So spirit soul bound by modes of material nature. So in the picture also you can see that there are different threads. Okay, it means there are three material nature. Three modes of material nature. What are the three modes of material nature? Goodness, passion, ignorance. Goodness, passion, ignorance. So it depends on one's consciousness. In which consciousness you are working, whether it is goodness, whether it is passion, whether it is ignorance. So all your activities possess all these three modes of material nature. That is 3.27. Then 3.28 says that engagement of the self-realized. How you engage? If you engage your senses in the service of Lord Krishna, then it is purified. Then it is purified. It will not involve in any material activity, any sense enjoyment. Okay. So 3.28 says, Lord Krishna says, Tatvitu Mahabaho Guna Karma Vibhagayo Guna Guneshu Vartanta Iti Matva Nasajjate. तत्वित्तु महाबाहो गुण कर्म विभागयो गुणा गुणेषु वर्तन्त इति मत्वा न सज्जते. One who is in knowledge of the absolute truth, O mighty arm, doesn't engage himself in the senses and sense gratification. The one who has knowledge about Lord, that Lord is the doer. Who am? I am the servant of Lord Krishna. So those who are in knowledge, they know it very well. So knowing well the difference between work in devotion and work for fruity results. So those who are in Krishna consciousness, they very well known. It is very well known by them that Krishna is the original doer. I am known. I am nothing. So that is the actual thinking. Okay. So Krishna, those who are knowing Krishna in three forms. How? Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagwan. Those who are self-realized soul, they know the Bhagwan, Supreme Lord, in three forms: Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagwan. Okay, so spirit soul, those who are self-realized soul, they know his real identity. What is our real identity? That we are part and parcel of Supreme Lord. We are part and parcel of body of the Supreme Lord. Whereas demigods are parts of the Supreme Lord because they are a great devotee. Demigods are top class Vaishnavas. So they are parts of the body of Supreme Lord. And we are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So the one who self-realized knows his real position, identity, that he is part and parcel of Supreme Personality of God. We all living, non-living entities are part and parcel of Supreme Lord. Okay, somehow I am entrapped in material creation. So I have been thrown into material creation. Or you can say we have got such nice opportunity that we are in this material nature or we are in this human form of life. Okay, so that it is like that. We are very fortunate, very much fortunate that we have got human form of life. So entrapped in material creation. Okay, so we can utilize this human form of life and we can learn bhakti and we can be self-realized soul. So this is the God has given opportunity. After so many species, after taking birth in so many species, we have got human form, fortunate human form of life. So it is the golden opportunity. We can do bhakti, we can perform devotional service, and we can get relieved from this material nature. So that is very important. One has to understand that this is the golden opportunity of human form of life, which we can use and we can get self-realization. Okay, so he must dovetail his activities in devotional service to Supreme Personality of God. So remember everyone that this is the golden opportunity that we have got. We have taken birth in human form of life and we can utilize this human form of life and we can get perform devotional service and we can be liberated. Okay, so now if you are engaged in the material world, what will happen? Engagement in material world engages in Krishna consciousness activity. So when you are in material world, you are performing material activity, you can do material activity, but your Krishna consciousness, you should engage yourself in Krishna consciousness. Then it is purified. Okay, unattached to material sense gratification, which are temporary. Don't be attached. Don't be attached to material sense gratification. Okay, you can be in material life, you can enjoy material life, but while doing performing certain activity in material life, engage yourself in Krishna consciousness. How you can engage? By offering results to the Supreme Lord. Lord Krishna will not take your result. Okay, he will purify it. It's like a drishtipat. He will do drishtipat on that particular activity, and that activity will be purified. Will be all the contaminations will be eliminated. Okay, so unattached to material sense gratification, which are temporary. So these material sense gratification are temporary. Okay, so uh, people are enjoying enjoyment. They are entangled in material activity. People are enjoying in sex enjoyment. So that is temporary. You enjoy sex life throughout life, you will not get anything. You will simply one day you will feel that it is a waste of time. Whereas if you perform a tinge of devotional service, it will be going with you. You will carry this punya with you. And suppose in this life you perform 10% of punya, then in the next life you will get opportunity, better opportunity, from where you will start from 11%. It will be added. However, while when you enjoy in material life, you enjoy uh, any material sense gratification, you enjoy 100%, but when you get next life, it is not carried away. It is not carried away. Whereas all your devotional service, all your punya is carried away in the next life. Okay. So understands material conditions are under control of Spock, hence not disturbed by material reactions. So the one who is in Krishna consciousness, he knows that these material conditions are not good for me. So why should I involve myself when it is not good? Why should I waste my time? Okay, so those who are self-realized soul, they are very much smart that they don't involve themselves in material life. So they are not disturbed by this thing. Dhiras tatrana mohiyati. Okay, those who are intelligent, they know that this is all time pass. It is going to waste my time. So they don't get involved themselves in the material creation, material activity, material enjoyment, sense gratification, passing time here and there. In, instead of that, you can perform devotional service, you can perform your activity in the goodness mode, and you can offer result to Lord Krishna. Then it is purified and you are a liberated soul. So simple. It is so simple, but it is not that much easy. Okay, so Prabhupada said that it is simple, but it is not easy. Okay, so maybe lot of pain when you start, but so poison at the beginning will be converted nectar in the last, in the end, but nectar in the beginning will be converted into poison later or in the end. So that is very important thing that Prabhupada had explained. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, we'll chant one Hare Krishna mantra for Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Okay, so Lord, so Srila Prabhupada has taught us that chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and be happy. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and be happy. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and be happy. So when you once you start chanting Hare Krishna Mantra, all the dirty things which are there in your heart, in your mind, in your intelligence, everything is purified. You say once Krishna, you say once Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Shri Krishna. All the contaminations from your body, from your mind, from your intelligence, from every limbs, it is eliminated. Starts eliminating. Okay, so as you go on chanting, chant Hare Krishna Mahamad, and see, if you chant once, this is the effect. Your all the contaminations will be eliminated. And if you chant 24 hours a day, what will happen? Okay, so that is the Srila Prabhupada has explained. So in text 3.27 and 28, there is a difference in attached worker and detached worker. So what is an attached worker? Attached worker means those who are attached in material consciousness. So they are in ignorance. And those who are detached worker, they know the absolute truth. They know that Supreme Personality of Godhead is the original doer. He everything possessed to him. Okay. So the first differentiating theme is one differentiating factor is desire. What is your desire? Desire's own sense gratification. So the one who is in material consciousness, what will be desire? Own sense gratification. I'll earn lot of money. I can do anything for earning a lot of money. So the people think like this. So they manipulate certain things and they take out more money. So they are a great thief. This is not good. This is not good. Okay. And those who are detached worker, their desires is Krishna's satisfaction. What Krishna wants from me to do. So whatever Krishna wants me to do, I will do that. Those who are in Krishna consciousness, they work for Krishna. They fulfill the desire of Lord Krishna. So this is the difference, and which is given in 3.27 attached worker and 3.28 detached worker. Convictions. What are the convictions of attached worker? Convinced by false ego that he is the doer of everything. So this is the false ego. I am the doer. I am the enjoyer. I am the proprietor. I am Lord for so and so things. But Lord, Supreme Lord, is the Lord of Lords. So Lord is only one. Bhagavan is only one. And there are many demigods, many devatas. Many devatas, but one God. He is the Supreme Lord. He is the Supreme Proprietor. He is the Supreme Enjoyer. He possesses the all opulences. What are the all opulences? Like fame, name, renunciation, wealth. All the wealth belong to Lord Krishna. So he doesn't have any desire to have more wealth, because whatever all the wealth is there belongs to Krishna. That is the right consciousness. That is the Krishna consciousness. Knowledge of identity. Doesn't know that body is produced by material nature, which works under the supervision of Lord. Does not know that he is under the control of Krishna. Symptoms of nescience, ignorance, or not knowing. One takes all the credit for doing things independently. One thinks this is my job, my activity, I will do it. I will enjoy. I will become the proprietor. But this is the wrong thinking, wrong way of thinking. We should think everything belongs to Lord Krishna. I will work for Krishna. Knows his real identity as part and parcel of Supreme, who is eternal bliss and knowledge. Knows that somehow he is entrapped in the material conception of life. So he knows that somehow I have been thrown into material nature. Now I have got human form of life. I have got so big opportunity that I have got human form of life. So I will work for Krishna. I will fulfill desire of Krishna. I am no one. It is the mercy of Lord that I have got human form of life, and so that I can perform devotional service. So human form of life is the only life in which you can perform devotional service. Animals cannot perform devotional service. But if they behave properly, but they know that there is Supreme Lord. So in everyone's heart, in every living, non-living, Supreme Lord is existing as a super soul in every body. Okay, so animals can also perform certain good things, and they will get next life as human form of life, where they can perform more devotional service, proper devotional service under the guidance of spiritual master, gurus. They take the help of guru, sadhu and sadh. We can all take the help of guru and sadhu and sadh, and we can go home back to Godhead. So Srila Prabhupada always said, go home back to Godhead. Perform devotional service, go home back to Godhead. Okay. So this is the meaning of Tattvavid over here refers Srimad Bhagavatam, one who knows the absolute truth in three different features. What are three different features? Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagwan. So these are the three different features. So Tattvavid knows the three different Lord in three different forms. Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagwan. Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagwan. Okay, in three different features, and knows one's factual position in relationship with the Supreme. So those who are Tattva means those who have knowledge of Tattva, knowledge of absolute Supreme Personality of Godhead, absolute truth. Okay, so what they do? They know who God is, what is my relationship with God, why I am here in this material nature, in this material world, everything, because he is the Tattvavit. He knows the absolute truth. He has knowledge. Engagements, engagements of those who are in material nature, does not engage his bodily and mental activity in the service of Krishna, because he forgets that Supreme Lord is Hrishikesha, the master of senses. How we are working? We are working under the direction of senses. My senses, let's go and enjoy sex enjoyment. My senses, let's go have my pani puri. My senses said, let's go to theater, watch movie. So this is the, we are working under the direction of senses. And who is the director of senses? Hrishikesha, Lord Krishna. So we are not aware of this. That's why we are suffering. So Lord Krishna is the giver. He is the director of senses. So one cannot say that I am going to watch a movie, I am going to club, I am going to so and so places. It is the will of Lord. No, no, it is not the will. Lord has given you free will. So you have to take decision. So soul and super soul both are sitting together in our heart. So super soul is Supreme Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna is has given you free will. There is no uh, foundation that you have to follow this. No, he is telling you that this is the right thing, this is the wrong thing. That's why whenever you go commit any mistake, a big mistake, a great sin, you get a thinking that this is wrong, I should not do. Then also we just go and watch. We know that doing a certain thing is wrong, but we go, no, we will see what happens. Okay, so that is the super soul who is telling you that this is wrong, don't do, this is right, go and do it. So that is the job of super will. So super soul is not forcing you. Super soul is not forcing soul that you do this. No, always good and bad things are told by super soul, but soul is not following. Okay, soul is following to mind, whatever mind says, soul is following. So soul is eternal and super soul is also eternal. So they never die. Eternal. If I say eternal, they never die. They never take birth. They never come and go. Just one child borns and becomes youth, then old age, and then some disease, and then die. And again, take new birth, based on your karma, based on your consciousness. That's why we say, let's chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and be happy. So if you chant 24 hours a day, so I'm not saying that you leave all the activities, material activities, and sit and say. No, this is not possible in Kali Yuga. So renunciation, tapasya, all these things are for different yugas. So now in this Kali Yuga, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had and our various acharyas had told us that for this Kali Yuga, Sankirtana Yajna is best. What is Sankirtana Yajna? Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught us that for Kali Yuga, Sankirtana Yajna is best. So what is Sankirtana Yajna? Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So those who are Tattvavid, they are in knowledge. They know what is absolute truth. So the one who knows absolute truth, he knows his activity, he knows his eternity, everything. So those who are in material consciousness, they engage themselves in material enjoyment, sense enjoyment, whereas they don't know that the director of sense is Lord Krishna only. And those who are in Krishna consciousness, they engage themselves in the activities of Krishna consciousness, and thus naturally gets unattached from the activity of material senses. So if you are attaching to material consciousness, you are detaching from Krishna consciousness. But if you are attaching to Krishna consciousness, you are detaching from material consciousness. So this is very important thing. Then what is the consequences? What happens? One forgets the supreme personality of God. So those who are in material consciousness, they are enjoying, they are listening, their senses, sense gratification, 24 hours a day, they are trying to enjoy. Okay, so one forgets the supreme personality of Godhead. The one who is ignoring everything, they forget the supreme personality of Godhead. What is the consequences of knowledge? Is that he is not disturbed by all kinds of material reactions, because he knows who is Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is everything. The one who is in knowledge knows Lord Krishna is everything, will not commit a mistake. That is very important. So consequence of knowledge is that he is not disturbed by all kinds of material reactions and considers all reactions to be the mercy of Lord. So whether it is good, he has lot of money, he will offer to Lord Krishna. He says that it is the mercy of Lord Krishna I have, because the actual owner of this money, this property, entire material thing is Lord Krishna. So who I am? Lord Krishna has given me all these things, so I am utilizing in Krishna's service. I can donate to temple, I can feed poor people, okay? I can spend some money in the devotional service. I can call devotees to my home for prasadam. I can go to others devotees for prasadam. Okay, so all these, the different way you can invest your money. So this is called investment. So if you are today donating, you are investing. Where are you investing? Investing in good life, so that you can promote it to Golok Vrindavana, go home back to Godhead. Okay, so these are the consequences. The one who is material consciousness, he ignores everything and goes to hell and forgets Supreme Lord forever. And those who are in Krishna consciousness, they remember always Lord Krishna, because they know who is the actual owner. Lord Krishna is the actual owner. Everything belongs to Lord Krishna. I am no one. Sunichena. Sunichena means humble. I am no one. Tridadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna. Tridadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna. So Sahishnu like a tree standing in all the seasons straight. So this is also a service. This is also a service. And Trinadapi Sunichena. Tarorapi Sahishna. Trina, like a grass, blade of grass. So you should be humble like a blade of grass. Anyone passes on that particular grass. So grass gets bow down, go down, but doesn't harm the one who is going onto the grass. So if you foot over on a particular blade of grass, does it react? No, bows down. So devotees should be like that. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnana. That is 3.28. 3.29 talks about engagement of the self. What is again? It is giving some other ways how one can engage the soul. How self-realized soul engage themselves. Okay, that is given in text 3.29. Okay. प्रकृतेर गुण सम्मूढ़ा सज्जन्ते गुण कर्मसु तान कृष्ण विदो मंदान कृष्ण विना विचालयेत. Okay, so bewildered by the modes of material nature, the ignorant fully engage themselves in material activities and become attached. But the wise should not unsettle them, although these duties are inferior due to the performer's lack of knowledge. So those who are ignorant, they will not engage in Krishna consciousness. They will do some material sense gratification. But those who are realized soul, they should not panic them. They should perform devotional service in a proper way so that the other who is ignorant, who is in ignorance, will learn from you, oh, how he is performing so cool and calm. So he will be impressed by you, and ultimately he will also start devotional service. So that is the achievement for a self-realized soul. If he is able to one a single person in a devotional service, it is the big achievement for him. That is very beautiful. So ignorant person, lazy, busy in material field of activities. Manda, he is called Manda, Manda Buddhi. People say that Manda Buddhi. Manda Buddhi means very lazy, ignoring everything. I want, I don't want. Sleeping, most of the time sleeping, most of the time wandering here and there without any purpose. So they are called ignorant person. So spiritual realization is a myth, hence not interested. Engages in social work, nationalism and altruism, considers religious rituals to be end in themselves, worship land in which they are born, accept bodily connections with others as kinsmanship, full of material designation. Oh, I'm doctor, I'm engineer, I'm builder. So there are so many material designations. So these are material designations. They are not going with you for a long time. You are not going to carry this when there is no life in the body. So once we say there is no life in the body, everything will be here. Somebody else will enjoy, or your descendants will be enjoying. Okay, so the for which you have worked hard throughout your life, someone else will enjoy. So everything you cannot carry with you, but if you perform devotional service, it will be carried in the next life. That is very beautiful. So this is the knowledge you should have. If you perform devotional service, if you perform a lot of punya, you may not realize in this particular life, but it will be carried with you in the next life. Okay, so ignorant person, they are like manda buddhi. They don't perform devotional service. They have all the opulences. They are very much equipped to perform devotional service, but they will not. They will ignore everything. Whereas devotees, Devotees are very kind and take all kinds of risks out of compassion for conditioned souls and engages ignorant man in Krishna consciousness. So, a self-realized soul or the one who is spiritually realized tries to engage others also in the devotional service. So he is very kind. He is very kind. He is very humble. I want to give my knowledge, my self-realization process to someone so that he or he can also take the benefit and he can also enjoy in the enjoyment of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. That is very beautiful. Okay, so a self-realized soul or spiritually realized soul should not agitate them. The one who is ignorant, self-realized should not agitate them. Oh no, you have to do this. This is right. I am saying this is right. You should do like this. No, that is not the correct way. He may get hurted, and his heart may be broken, and he may not perform devotional service in for in this life at least. He will take a vow. No, I will not perform any devotional service. Why? Because he was annoyed by a self-realized soul, or he was bounded. He was forced to follow certain rules, scriptural injunctions, guru, sadhu, and shastra. So these all processes cannot be done forcefully. Okay, so the one who is already spiritualized soul, self-realized soul, they should be so humble and performing devotional service honestly, so that others, those who are watching, will be benefited in some today, tomorrow, or in some time they will be become devotee of Supreme Lord. That should be the motive. Okay, so devotional service is not a thing which can be acquired by forcefully. Okay, engage them in moral duties like non-violence. Similarly, materially benevolent work, perform one's own spiritualist activity. Okay, so okay, so one has to perform spiritual activity. Okay, and those who are self-realized soul, they should understand this situation and they should try to engage those who are ignorant. Slowly engage them. Slowly engage them. Then 3.30. मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यस् अध्यात्म चेतसः निराशी निर्ममो भूत्वा युद्धस्व विगत ज्वरः युद्धस्व विगत ज्वरः. So therefore, O Arjuna, surrendering all your works unto me with full knowledge of me, without desires for profit, with no claims to proprietorship, and free from lethargy, fight. Don't be have fear inside. Don't be attached to anything. Lord Krishna is saying to Arjuna, Oh Arjuna, don't be attached. Don't feel bad. Don't have fear. Okay, so you are a kshatriya and I'm giving you instruction that you can kill all these those who are standing in front of you as an enemy. Okay, so mai sarvani karmani sannasya adhyatma chetasah निराशीर निर्ममो भूत्वा युद्धस्व विगत ज्वरः. Okay, so all these lethargy, leave it and fight. Mai sarvani karmani. Oh Arjuna, surrendering all your works unto me. Mai sarvani karmani means surrender all your activities to me. Once you surrender all your activities to me, there is no question of good, bad, ignorance. It will be free from material contaminations. That is the Lord is saying to Arjuna, once you surrender unto me or your activities, you can do anything. That will be, I am the responsible for that. So in text point 3.30, Purpose of Bhagavad Gita is mentioned. Purpose of Bhagavad Gita. So it is like a cashier may count millions of dollars. A cashier, those who are sitting in the banks or in different places, they are counting lot of money, lot of wealth. So by counting, it doesn't mean it belongs to him. It belongs to him. So he is serving Supreme Lord. So there are so many things in this material life, in this world, on this planet. So you can acquire it for whatever you require it. And but all it doesn't mean it belongs to you. This is actually this belongs to Lord Krishna, Supreme Lord, Personality of Godhead. So there are so many things in material world. It doesn't mean, so whatever required you can take and do your task. But you don't think that it belongs to you. It belongs to actually Krishna. Krishna is the supreme proprietor. Okay. So a cashier may count so many amount, but not even a cent belongs to him. So he is serving his employer, his boss. He is serving his boss. So whatever money is there belongs to his boss, not to him. So his job is to count, keep the account of cash. Okay. So that is the actual thing. So this material world actually belongs to Lord Krishna. So whatever thing we are acquiring from the material world, it's actually the original creator is Lord Krishna. So it belongs to him, not us. So surrendering all your work unto me. So Lord Krishna is saying, Mai sarvani karmani. Surrender all your work unto me with full of knowledge of me. Know me who I am. Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagwan. Know me in the three forms. Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagwan. Okay. So when you perform any activity free from any desire, it should be desireless, with no claim of proprietorship. With no claim of proprietorship. So it doesn't, try to become proprietor. You can have whatever you require. Isa vasham idam sarvam. So there is a particular part allocated to you. You take that only. Don't be in greed that I want everything. I want the entire sack. Okay. If the sack of a full bag of rice is kept outside, what birds will do? Bird will come and whatever they can eat, they will eat. And what a human being will do, a man will do, a man will go, will have whatever he will eat fully, and whatever remains in the uh, bag of rice, he will take it with him. That is the greed. You are taking much because the Lord Krishna is the Supreme Lord. He has given such a nice arrangement where you can have whatever you require, sufficient, whatever sufficient for your living life. So don't be in greed. So this is the difference between a normal birds and human man. Okay. In 14.17 in Bhagavad Gita, it is a very good sloka. Sattvat sanjayate jnanam rajaso lobha eva cha pramada moho tamso bhavato jnanam eva cha. Okay. From the mode of goodness, real knowledge develops. So if you have good things in your mind, what will happen? Positivity will be created. So that is the thought comes from Supreme Lord. So from the mode of goodness, real knowledge develops. From the passion, greed develops. And from the mode of ignorance develops foolishness, madness, and illusion. So how different things can be created from the three modes of material nature. Three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, ignorance. Goodness, passion, ignorance. So if it is a goodness, what will happen? real knowledge develops. From goodness, real knowledge develops. And from passion, greed develops. And from the mode of ignorance, foolishness, madness, illusion develops. Okay, so this is the difference. So what is the purpose of Gita? Bhagavad Gita. The purpose of Bhagavad Gita, it is given in 3.30. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chetasa निराशीर निर्ममो भूत्वा युद्धस्व विगत ज्वरः. युद्धस्व विगत ज्वरः. Okay, so acting in constitutional position, acting in constitutional. So in text point 330, 3.30, purpose of Bhagavad Gita is mentioned. What is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita? Happy. Discharge duties as if in military discipline. So acting in constitutional position, you will be happy. If you act in constitutional position, you will be happy. If you are acting according to the laws, rules, guru, sadhu, shastra, then what will happen? You will be happy. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, follow the 4 regulative principles. What are the 4 regulative principles? Illicit sex life, intoxicants, gambling, meat eating, all these 4 contaminations are there from where you can be away. You can avoid all these things. Okay, so acting in constitutional position, you will be happy. And but if you are not cooperating with Supreme Lord, you will be unhappy. So non-cooperation is not expected. Non-cooperation, because of non-cooperation, what will happen? You will be unhappy. So discharge duties as if in military discipline. Act according to Varnashrama Dharma. Discharge all your duties in Krishna consciousness. Okay, so if you act according to Varnashrama Dharma, it means you are proceeding towards self-realization. It is not like in the early life of human, you just leave everything and go to the forest. No. So going to forest is not recommended for Kali Yuga. So you can be at home as a grihastha and you can do Sankirtana Yajna and you will be liberated. So that is recommended in Kali Yuga by Lord Sri Chaitanya, and all our acharyas have also suggested the same thing. So all our acharyas are working in the movement of Lord Chaitanya, Hare Krishna movement. Okay, so the guru of Srila Prabhupada told him, oh, you know good, very good English, you can go to foreign and you can preach in English. So Srila Prabhupada followed his direction of his spiritual master. Okay, same way, in the same way, we should follow our spiritual master. So discharge duties as if in military discipline, little difficult. Okay, so you know the discipline which is followed in military. Those who are a military man, they know it very well. Little difficult, nevertheless, duties must be performed. Dependence on Krishna as super soul. Whatever Krishna will give, I will be happy. If Krishna gives me sorrow, I will be happy. If Krishna gives me happiness, I will be happy. Because it is all mercy of the Lord. So that is actual consciousness of Krishna consciousness persons, devotee. So without claim to proprietorship. So nothing belongs to me, everything belongs to Krishna. Should not expect fruitive results. Whatever karma, whatever activity you are doing, don't expect any result from it. Because result belongs to Krishna. That is the right consciousness. Without reluctance. Okay, so what is Adhyatma Chetasa? Fully Krishna consciousness and depends solely on Supreme Soul without personal consideration. Nirashihi, to act on the order of master. Nirashihi, without expecting fruitive results. Example, cashier. I gave you example of cashier. Cashier count so much cash amount, but not even a single cent belongs to him. It all belongs to his employer, boss. So that is his job. Counting is his job, like we do many other tasks. So for cashier, counting is a job. So my unto me, nothing in the world belongs to anyone, but everything belongs to the Supreme Lord. Nirmama, free from sense of proprietorship. Nirmama, not mine, not mine, free from sense proprietorship. Vigata Jwara, without favorite mentality. Vigata Jwara means those who are deceased, they are in tension, they are worried. What will happen? So and so, happy, unhappy, profit, loss, whatever. What will, I am going to do this, what will happen? Profit or loss? That kind of, that is called Vigata Jwara. Feverish mentality. That is called feverish. Or lethargy, give up any reluctance to fight because of bodily relationships. Okay, so this is the 3.30. What is 3.30? मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यस्य अध्यात्म चेतस निराशीर निर्ममो भूत्वा युद्धस्य विगत ज्वरः. Okay, so with this we'll stop over here. From next time we'll see from 3.31. If anyone has question, can ask. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय. शिल प्रभुपाद की जय. Any question? So no question, we'll stop over here. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवभ्यो नमो नमः. हरे कृष्ण.